Moving every single day, I believe, is really important to leading a great life, and many of us should include this principle in our lives. It doesn't mean that we have to be exercising every single day, just moving. When we think about exercise, and if we're doing too much of it to warrant the benefits that comes from movement, let's take in some considerations of what we're doing with our current exercise regime. Consider how long you've been exercising for. If you've been exercising for the past 4 to 5 years, you've probably already built up your classes and your workouts and your ability to handle the changes exercise does on our bodies. If, on the other hand, you are newer in the last couple of months, it's probably best to stick to a smaller amount and work into it. At certain points in our life, there's going to be a goal that appears, and a goal is a great motivator and incentive to get ourselves moving more and exercising more. Different goals will have different time frames. When you consider how many times a week you're exercising or moving, think about, is that appropriate to the goal that you're currently looking to achieve? And once the goal is completed, maybe reassess, is it too much or is it too little? It all depends on that goal, and once the goal is completed, you'll know better if that's the right choice for your week. Time is another factor that will change how many times a week we can exercise or we'd like to exercise. You may only be able to fit in half an hour slots instead of 45 to an hour. That might be a lunchtime break, it might be after work, or it might be before work. Or you might have just dropped your kids off and you just do it just down by the local park and whip out something nice and quick and simple whilst they're at school. It all depends on the current commitments you have. If you do too much exercise and you find the overwhelm kicking in, just reassess how many times you're exercising a week. Movement and exercise are both big parts of our lives that we should all include. If done too much though, you might start to find some pains creeping in, and that's a wonderful indicator to get you to think about the amount of exercise you are currently doing. If there's pain, maybe reassess the amounts, the frequency, or the intensity and the type of training you're doing. It gives you a moment to sit back and think about what you're doing, because we don't necessarily want to be in pain throughout every single day just because we want to exercise. Taking in all these points, consider the amount of exercise that you're currently doing and see if that movement through the week is enough for your current goals, desires, and way of living.